right. Let's begin the hearing. May the defendant come forward.
Okay.
Your name?
Super Cup.
Please read out the charges.
Yes, even though cup noodles can be obtained at any supermarket or shop, the large amount of salt, carbohydrates, and fat that they contain stand as a serious threat to public health.
Is there anything that the prosecution just said that is incorrect?
Yes, I haven't done anything wrong.
Is it correct that you contain a large amount of salt, carbohydrates, and fat?
Yes, that is true. However, I am not doing anything to endanger public health.
Then let us proceed with the evidence. Prosecution, please begin with your opening statement.
Yes, just as I said, cup noodles contain far too much salt. According to data from the Ministry of Health, cup noodles have the highest level of salt of foods commonly consumed by the Japanese public. One serving contains as much as 5.5 grams of salt. The daily amount of salt recommended by the World Health Organization is less than 5 grams. So it is clear that cup noodles contain far too much.
Objection! There is no evidence that proves that consuming less salt leads to good health. In fact, there is a research that suggests that consuming 12.5 grams of salt a day leads to a much lower rate of death. Also, you can greatly reduce your consumption of salt when eating cup noodles by simply not drinking the soup. Therefore, it is totally untrue that the levels of salt in cup noodles are a danger to public health.
Apart from salt, the levels of carbohydrates in cup noodles are also an issue. The average amount of carbohydrates within cup noodles is above 50 grams, which equates to 13 cubes of sugar.
Objection! A single bowl of white rice contains 55 grams of carbohydrates, so by your logic, eating this would also be a problem.
Then what of the levels of fat and additives? The noodles are fried in oil and thus contain a lot of fatty acids along with the added brine, colorings, thickeners, and emulsifiers. Can you still continue to say that cup noodles pose no threat to health, even after seeing the amount of additives they contain?
To answer this, I present to you the seasoning.
The amount of additives I contain is strictly controlled by government guidelines to ensure that the people do not consume an unsafe amount. If you do not adhere to these guidelines, you cannot sell your product.
Thank you for your testimony. Therefore, the amount of additives within cup noodles are not a threat to health. Worrying about them is akin to not driving your car because you are scared that you may have an accident. The defense rests.
Yeah, cup noodles are innocent. That's right.
Order in the court! Cup noodles contain no nutrients at all! A young British woman by the age of Georgie Redman was such a picky eater that from the age of 5 she ate almost nothing but instant noodles. Then, at the age of only 18, she was diagnosed with severe malnutrition and had the overall health of someone that was 80 years of age. This is irrefutable evidence that cup noodles are bad for us!
Objection! In fact, Georgie Reedman ate absolutely zero fruits or vegetables. And yet she managed to survive on nothing but instant noodles for 13 years. And eating only one food for a period of 13 years would be bad for anyone's health. The inventor of chicken ramen, Momofuku Ando, is said to have eaten cup noodles every day, along with other food, and lived to the age of 96. Therefore, the example of Georgie Reedman does nothing to prove that cup noodles are bad for public health, but just proves that eating only one food for an extended period of time can be harmful and is unrelated to this case.
I will now deliver the verdict. May the defendant please step forward.
Yes?
Cup noodles, not guilty.
Yay! Today's lesson is now over. Come back soon!